today, we are improving the house that we built in the last episode. So there will be a link in the description for it. And hopefully today there will also be a video on improving the interiors. Okay. So basically I want to start simple like we did yesterday. Something like that. Like that. See? So this we can add in fish. We can add like stuff on the edges, but simple stuff I want to start with, because you don't want to get really big, do you? Because if you get too big, then it begins to look silly. So there it is. Right, so if I get some prismarine step wool, I think you can create a pretty nice boundary. Apart from the fact that you need to remove the slabs first, otherwise it looks weird. Forgot about that. So we're gonna turn this into this, which honestly might be quite exciting. So you can see the beach pond. So it's going to look quite good, I hope. I can't actually see it. There we go. You can do whatever you want with this, to be fair. This is just my example. I mean, you could turn... I knew I needed those slabs. Right, this is what the slabs was for on a swimming pool. Whatever you're going to turn it into. I'm going to turn it into a swimming pool kind of thing. But you can turn it into an aquarium, whatever you want, really. So there. Perfect. So if you're doing what I'm doing, you might want to grab some. You might want to get some. I'm thinking, oh yeah, diorite, because honestly, it does to me. It looks quite cool. So, see? It's going to be quite hard to flatten this out. But one thing you need to remember with being doing stuff is, I mean, you don't want to include completely natural stuff. So like this cave, you don't want to include it. You don't want people to know that there's a cave there. You could have it in like adventure maps, swimming pool that leads up to a cave or something else. It's very similar to that, but on this example, it doesn't make any sense for it to be there. So if I just remove, so I've blocked it up in the same blocks. You need to make sure it's around symmetrical. If this is symmetrical, then I think you need to make sure that this is around the same width. But you can, if you want to, split it into sections. Because of course that is a really good idea. You can split it into sections. See this bit? It kind of it doesn't feel right. See? It doesn't feel symmetrical. Right, and it feels like this is one of the builds that should be. So if you just remove that, then then look, there's no wall in between here and there's no extra space. Now on some builds, if you're making like a fish tank, you might not think about including a ladder. This is more of a survival tip, but if you're building something like this, you probably need to place some form of ladder so you can get out. So if I place this there, and I think I'm going to use polish for the floor. So this is just the feature piece of the bit. This is just one of the feature pieces. So you might want to get ladder, scaffolding, really, whatever. I'll just test and know it works. It depends how you really want to work on it. If you want to use scaffolding, because the ladders look good, so that's for the thing. But this scaffolding, if I can do it, it says hold to descend. See? Yep. So, and this also takes up one block. So it depends what situation you're using it. Of what I would say using it. If it's a map, then use scaffolding. But if it's just a house, then use ladders. Yeah, that's our feature piece. Right, So now we're going to work on the roof. Now I also think that the ladders give it a lot more room, to be fair. So it definitely feels like ladders would work. Right, roofs are one of the most important things of this. You can have roofs. Roofs are completely different. They're the one thing that you think of when you look at a house. The roof. Lots of roofs. And why do I just do that? So I'm going for the pretty basic roof. I'll see you for episode 2, which I believe might be coming out of the episode 2 and 3 that will be coming out the same.